Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. I'm Cheryl and this is True Crime and Other Stuff. Thanks for being here, where I like to bring you the facts about true crime, the missing, current events, or anything I find interesting or important. Today I'm going to be talking about the Delphi murders. It was an unseasonably warm day on February 13, 2017, in a small rural town of Delphi, Indiana, population around 3,000. One of those towns where everyone knows everybody. Two teenage girls, Abigail Williams and Liberty German, decided to go on a hike at the Monon High Bridge. They were dropped off around 1:35 p.m. When they didn't show up at the expected time, people went searching for them. The next day, the bodies of Abby and Libby were found. The case went on for 5 years, with many speculating on what could have happened. This case had many ups and downs and more than a handful of suspects. Now it takes another turn.
Man Richard Allen was arrested for killing both girls. Allen admitted being in the area that day, and prosecutors say a bullet found at the scene was forensically connected to his gun. One problem: Abby and Libby were not shot. And now we're learning a lot more about the murders through documents filed in court by Allen's attorneys. Information that the defense suggests shows ritualistic killings connected to Odinism, an ancient Nordic religion allegedly followed by some local white nationalists. They also say there is no way one man could have pulled off this double murder.
He's innocent, did not do it. But there is a confession here, according to prosecutors. Take a look. This is from a prosecution filing. On April 3rd, 2023, Richard Allen made a phone call to his wife, Kathy Allen. In that phone call, Richard admits several times that he killed Abby and Libby. Investigators had the call transcribed, and the transcription confirms that Richard Allen admits that he committed the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. He admits several times within the phone call that he committed the offenses as charged. His wife, Kathy Allen, ends the phone call abruptly. Okay, seems like powerful evidence. Why on earth would someone do that? Why? Well, take a look at what the defense is saying here. The defense is saying the evidence shows that during his pretrial incarceration at the Westfield Correctional Facility, Richard Allen has been monitored, intimidated, and mentally abused by correctional officers who are also members of the Odinite cult. Two of those corrections officers, Westfield corrections officers, boldly wore patches on their Department of Corrections uniforms that proclaimed, quote, "In Odin we trust," along with another patch displaying symbols of Odinism. Normally, corrections officers were within earshot of every conversation between Richard and his attorneys and Richard and his wife, close enough that Richard would have to be worried about any conversation with his attorneys and with his wife being overheard by these correction officers. The officers even required that Richard Allen be positioned facing the window where the correction officer was videotaping the attorney visiting with his handheld camcorder. The positioning of Richard Allen's body would allow the corrections officers to videotape Richard Allen's mouth as he talked with his attorneys. Richard would therefore not be able to privately discuss anything with his attorneys, such as, here's the big part of all this: "The guards are telling me that my wife and family will be killed unless I call my wife and tell her that I killed those girls." There you have it. But the defense is saying everything that is being revealed helps them, proves that someone else is responsible for this, not Richard Allen, the man who's been accused. So the question really is, for everyone involved and ultimately for those 12 jurors who will make the decision here and tell us what happened, what does the evidence say? What does this evidence mean? Evidence speaks, not literally, but it tells a story. And when this becomes a murder trial, which it's on its way to being a trial, that evidence has to tell the story. And will this story be that Richard Allen is the one responsible, or is the story, wait a minute, this doesn't look like Richard Allen did it. This looks like something completely different. One of the questions that the defense is throwing out there is was this a one-man job? And they're saying no, that everything suggests that it could not have been Richard Allen alone committing this crime. Now, they're not conceding that he's there and he got a helper. No, they're saying completely different people, a different group is responsible. But you have to look at all the facts at the scene and the circumstances surrounding what happened to Abby and Libby that day. And could one man by himself pull this off?
So what do you think? Do you think Richard Allen did it alone? Do you think he had help? Or do you think the Odinists did it? Or maybe you think it's somebody completely different? Leave me a comment and let me know. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more Delphi murders. Thank you. Have a nice day.